guys, my name is Marco and this is MOB, Mind Over Business. This is our first video on this channel, and essentially, the reason why I created this channel is really to be able to provide value and insight for everybody, for people that are in the business, that want that, achieve that peak in their career, or wanna have a successful relationship, or want to attract more friends, whatever. It's all in the mindset, guys. Okay, and this is why it's mind over business, because the thing is with a lot of people, okay, and with most of the people, is they think that they have to do more, okay, essentially to have more, okay. So they essentially think that what you need in life, okay, is to essentially do more action, okay, well, which will equal to more results, right? But that's incorrect, okay, because if it would be only on taking action on a daily basis, okay, all those people that are working extremely hard outside every day in the construction fields or in factories or whatever, they would have the most results, right? But it's not that. It's essentially how you portray yourself and what kind of vibration and frequency you are on, okay, that is essentially going to bring you to the next level, okay? So with what I'm trying to tell you, it's not more action, okay? It's more in the mind first, okay? Because you need to see it, feel it, and be it before doing the action, which will bring the results, okay? And this is another thing, it brings us to the desires, everybody has desires. Everybody, wants either to be rich, to be successful, have girls or boys, whatever, for girls, boys, and like whatever, like everybody wants to attract the best for themselves, right? But essentially, what you need to know, it's like if you only continuously just put action out in the physical world, okay, how do you think you're going to be able to level up? How do you think you're going to be able to go to the next level? You won't, because it's not, once again, based on action, okay? Everything that we've been taught, in school, from the beginning, okay, it's all a system, it's all a cube, it's all a square, whatever you want to think about, it is what it is, right? They teach you from the beginning, how to respect authority, respect the rules, how to think in just one time frame, not one time frame, but in a sort of a way that, you don't question reality, you don't question your future, you don't question what you do, right? And that's the problem. That's the problem. And I'm sure, a lot of people right now are seeing it and are getting, just all those little signs that are showing them, okay, what's happening in life, am I happy, am I sad, do I love what I'm doing, and a lot of people, I'm sure that they're starting to realize that, they're in this fucking loop, okay, they're in this matrix, whatever you want to call it, and it's not ending, right? Every day they wake up, Monday to Friday, they go to work, okay, they come back, they're exhausted, they cook or they order food, and they go sleep. And what kind of life is that? Okay, you ask yourself, what kind of life is that, okay, if even the money that you do, okay, is not enough to be able to save or to transform your life. The money that you're doing is essentially to pay your bills, okay, and to pay the taxes, pay your expenses, and then you don't even have enough to be able to save your money, or you don't have enough to be able to do whatever you want, create that business, maybe go on that vacation, but more importantly, live freely, okay? That's what I think most of the people are aiming for, right now, 2025 and ongoing. There's a lot of information already online, right, about the mindset, about, the law of attraction, about, the frequency, the vibration, and all of this information. However, what I saw is that there's too much information. It's an overload of information, okay? And sometimes it's not even practical because there's so much content being pushed out there that there's no framework, there's no strategy essentially to be able to use and to be able to live by, to be able to go to the next level. Okay, me myself, I understood this from a young age and I applied it, but there were some moments that I didn't apply it because I had so many issues, so many problems in my life, and those are distractions. Okay, and even in the Bible it says, every day you're gonna have issues, you're gonna have challenges, you're gonna have problems. Okay, and it's really up to you how you essentially react to those issues and those problems. Okay, and this is also another thing that I want to talk about in MOB is about all these small little details that really do the big picture at the end, right? Because we understand at the end that every day if you do just small gains, you get better over time every day. Okay, small percentages, 1% each day. It's a compounding effect, and down the line, if you look back a couple of years, you're gonna see the big results. Okay, and this is the same thing too, based on reaction, based on how you react to the outer world, right? If you wake up and let's say you wake up, you go drink water and you drop your cup and it breaks, and it's glass and there's glass everywhere. You have two choices in that kind of situation. You either are super angry and it fucks up your whole day, or you brush it off completely fast, you pick it up and you move on. Okay, and you don't let those little details really just fuck up your whole day. But this is the thing, this is what's crazy. It's because it's these small things every day, from a broken glass to going to work, being stuck in traffic, somebody pulls up in front of you, somebody cuts you off, somebody looks at you the wrong way, somebody tells you a negative comment, somebody just this small bullshit that fucks you up, and you keep on repeating it, and it's at a point that it's unconscious. Like you're doing stuff that you're not even seeing what you're doing, but it's affecting your life. It's affecting your frequency, it's affecting your vibration. And then you ask yourself, but how am I supposed to elevate? How am I supposed to go to the next level if I have all these issues? But that's the thing. You have to start from scratch. You have to start from the beginning, okay? So you as a person essentially, okay, my bad for my drawing skills, I'm not the best, but it's just to be able to show you an example, okay? You have a lot of chaos every day, okay? A lot of chaos every day, okay? And your goal, okay, really to be able to transform your life and really be able to really just start from zero and move up, okay? Because when you start from zero, okay, there's no other way but to go up. You're already down, okay? But when I'm saying starting from zero, I'm not just talking about financial. It doesn't have to be financially. A lot of people just think, always about the money, about the material stuff. It has nothing to do with that, guys. Okay, so it's just really like you take off all the bullshit until now. Even if you're a millionaire right now, even if you're successful, even if you're running a successful business, but you're not happy in your mind, you're not happy in your life, okay? You really just want to take 2 steps in the back, okay? And really just push away all the bullshit, okay? So push away all the chaos, okay? And really start from zero, okay? Really ask yourself the questions, okay? What are you doing? Do you love what you're doing? Are you happy with your life? Is what you're doing purposeful enough for you? A lot of people, even if they're successful financially, they're not happy. Why they're not happy? Because it's not their purpose, and I'm gonna share an example with you guys too. I've been doing business for a long time now. Started with a clothing line, went pretty good. Then it fucked up because of personal issues. Then I went really into the financial markets as a trader and everything. But it's something that I keep on doing. I love it. But the reason why I started this, okay, is because I understood in my life my purpose, you know, and I understood what am I supposed to do. You know, I'm a leader. I'm supposed to be able to lead people. I'm supposed to educate people, and that's where I started really understanding. It's like you can do, let's say, trading, or you can run a business, or you can run a clothing line, or you know, a fitness company, whatever. But if that's not really your purpose, if that's really not what you're supposed to do, you're not going to be happy. Okay, and hence that's why you have a lot of those rich people, those millionaire people, successful people. Even if they're successful in material, it doesn't mean anything. You know, I know money can do a lot of good things. Okay, too. It can really. I'm not saying that money is bad. What I'm trying to make you understand, it's like it's not the only answer. But if you have found your purpose and you're doing it on a daily basis and you're rich with it and you're successful with it, that's the best, right? That's the best, because every day you wake up, you're happy, you're doing what you love to do, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and plus you have all the financial freedom, and you can buy or do whatever you want or help whoever you want, and that's amazing, right? So, you know, money at the end is a tool, okay? So as I mentioned, you want to really come to this place where, you know, you're free, you know, you're free, you're enlightened, you're essentially you don't have pain, or you don't have issues on a daily basis in your mind. What's happening? What am I doing? Is it correct what I'm doing? You know, and all these questions and this bullshit. And this is really MOB, mind over business. And we're gonna be doing this on a weekly basis, okay? I'm not sure yet how many videos, minimum 1 video per week, okay? But essentially my goal is really going to be able to bring you value, bring you insight, but more importantly also try to guide you the best way possible. This is something that, you know, I really love to do. I do it for friends, I do it for family members, and I want to do it for other people too, you know. And this is really what I think is my biggest purpose, is really to be able to communicate with people and to be able to essentially guide them and give them the proper value and information they need on a day-to-day basis to becoming successful. Because I'm telling you, even if you're at rock bottom, even if you have $0 or you don't have nothing, it doesn't matter, okay? Because it's all within your mind, okay? You know, there's a lot of information online that really speak about this, you know. And one example I can tell you guys, it's really, you know, throughout my life I had a lot of ups and downs, okay. And I remember I was at home one night and I was watching a video on YouTube. It was Joe Dispenza, and I really love this guy, and I really suggest you guys go watch his videos, because it's really, really special the way he breaks down the information, and the way he really articulates the vision and the information and where he wants to bring you. There's a lot of other people that talk about this kind of information, but it's not as effective, I think, as this guy. But there are others that are super good too. But this one is one of my favorites, me personally. And you know, he just, like, what it boils down to, it's really like what you see in your mindset, what you see inside, how you feel, how you act, okay, is what you're gonna attract in life, okay? If you feel like shit, if you feel like you're broke, if you feel like you're ugly, if you feel like nobody loves you, okay, and you feel that and you embody that energy and frequency, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? You are going to attract every little circumstances, every little situation that embodies those ideas to you. But every day, even if you're not rich right now, even if you don't have the financial freedom right now, even if you're not where you want to be, if you would wake up in the morning, feel good, okay? Go do a meditation, write your goals, okay? Read the Bible, a few pages, a few verses, and really meditate on that energy and that vibration. And then, you know, take a few steps back and really think, what can I do today to become successful? What can I do today to really attract that success, and go do it, and go do it with that feeling that you're already successful, you know, that you already have everything that you want to. What do you think is gonna happen if you do that day after day after day? You're gonna become that version, okay? And there's no time, you know. That's that's the other thing that people, they don't understand in life. There's no time. Nothing is how you guys think, okay? Everything is in the present moment. So your future millionaire self, your future self that has a Lamborghini, your future self that has businesses that are successful, as a millionaire, whatever, is now too. It's already there. It's already in the universe. If you can think about it, you believe it, it's already there. It's already, if you see it in your mind, it's already there. Now, your goal is to collapse that time in between, well, which is not even time, but that your older self for your new version of yourself. So every day, just really think about, how do the millionaires think, okay? How do they act? How do they feel? You know, how do they interact with people? How do they communicate? And that's going to give you information and insight on how to level up. Because if you have a higher vibration, a higher frequency, okay, what do you think is happening? You have better ideas. You're better connected. You meet new people. You meet new connections. They level you up. They boost you up. They bring you to the next level. You make more money. Then you look 2 years in the back and you're fucking impressed. And that's what it is. Everybody. But the thing is, what's happening, right? Why can't we be where we want to be? Well, there's a lot of distractions, right? Every day when you guys wake up, first thing that you guys do, what do? You go on social media, on Instagram, go look at likes, fucking bullshit, distractions. Another thing, Netflix, TV, you know. Another thing is a job that you don't like, that you hate. Every day you think you're living, you think you're doing something, but you're not. You're in this fucking loop and you don't have time to think. If you would just take 2 steps in the back and really be like, oh shit, what's happening? What's happening? Why is it happening? What am I supposed to do to change the direction where I'm going? If you guys would ask yourself these questions every day, don't you think you're going to be successful already? Don't you think if you have proper habits every day that you're going to be the person you want to be? I'm really big on habits, and that's something that I understood quite some times now. And I really, you know, I try to really incorporate with it the habits with the discipline, because it's really important. Because, you know, nonetheless, okay, you know, what I'm telling you and all the information that I'm sharing right now, yes, it's in the mind. But as I said, it's not the action first, okay? It's the mind. It's the mind, then the action, and then the results, okay? So I'm not saying that you guys just wake up, okay, do your habits, your meditation, your breathing work, your writing of your goals, and then fuck off and just wait for shit to happen. It doesn't work like that, okay? And I hope you guys don't even think that way, because then you guys have a more bigger issue, okay? If you love, let's say, if you love to play soccer, okay, you love soccer and you love to play soccer, okay, and you know, you play soccer and you go practice it, or you go do content with it, videos or whatever, because you love it. You're not expecting, you know, an outcome, you know. What you're doing at the beginning, if you really love something, okay, is that you're embodying that love, that feeling, that energy, that frequency in your mind, and you're aligning yourself. This is another thing that's really important, the alignment, okay? It was a big issue with me and multiple things, you know, that I've been doing in the past. some were really successful, and I really was able to do quite good for me. Some of them were really horrible, but what I really took from those lessons and those L's, it's really the alignment. Okay, you know, let's say you want to be a business person. Okay, you want to create a company. Okay, but you're not aligned with that idea. You're not aligned with that vision. Let's say you're an artist. Okay, you love drawing, and you love creating portraits, pictures, whatever. Okay, but then you completely push that in the back. Okay, and you want to go open like a restaurant chain, or fabric company or whatever. Okay, and you really go, or you go into finance. Okay, and you go in the numbers, and you're taking in the data, and you're really trying to create like a business around that or whatever. Do you think you're going to become successful? If you're not aligned with that kind of business venture direction idea, do you think you're going to be aligned and you're going to become successful down the line? Then you're going to be frustrated, and you're going to ask yourself questions, and then you're going to come right back down to square one, to level one, whatever. This is real, guys. It happened to me a lot. It happened to me. Regardless, I did a lot of things in my life. I worked for different companies in my life. I really gained a lot of experience, and but I'm telling you, the alignment is really important, because they say fake it till you make it. Yes, there's one part which, yeah, you can fake it till you make it, and it's good on one side of it. It's good if you're really you're a businessman. You feel like it. You think like one. You act like one and everything. But at the beginning, you're playing this big shot that you're not yet. It's perfectly fine, because that's your creative mind. That's your mindset. You're creating this life that's coming to you, that's already there, but you're attracting it. You're creating it up here, and then it comes into you, right? That's okay. But if you're doing all this, but like I said, instead you're a ballerina, or instead you're a dancer, you have nothing to do with business, there's a conflict. You feel anxiety, you feel pressure inside, okay? And that's a big problem, right? So all these little things, all these little ideas, these little habits, these little problems, from behavioral to your mindset to your feeling. Also, me, I'm big on fasting. Okay, I try to fast almost every day, 16 to 18, 20 hours. That's what I really aim for. It's not easy to do it every day, but I try my best. But that's also another spiritual, habit that I've been doing, and I see a lot of results, not only physically, but on the mindset side. My vision, my ideas are more clearer, and just the way I act and I think and I feel is so much better. And fasting is really important. It's really like, you probably heard this. What is breakfast? Is breaking the fast, right? Break fast. If you guys didn't hear about it, go look it up. It's really interesting. But that's, once again, it's society, it's the government, it's the institutions that created this, since we were young. When you wake up, what do? You eat cereals, fucking bullshit, sugar fucks you up internally, your insulin levels go up, okay? You feel tired after 1 hour, they fuck your brain up, and then they fuck your brain up in the morning early, okay? And then they want you to stay in school sitting down, okay? And then if your child is not sitting down in school, they recommend some medication. You go to the fucking doctor, ADD or whatever, ADHD or whatever the fuck is the name. I remember they tried to do it on me. These fucking assholes. So this is the thing, guys. This is, this video, I just wanted to go over like a lot of different topics. I just wanted to talk about, pretty much everything, how I view, life, how I think about it, what I've learned, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And all this kind of information. I didn't want it to do it too linear today. I just wanted to give you guys a broader vision on what it is that I want to do with MOB, but it comes down really to, mind over business. It's your mind that's going to create your business. It's your mind that's going to make you successful. It's your mind that's going to be able to get you the partner you want, or the business that you want, or the life that you want, the supercar that you want. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. And it's sad because they never really learn it in school. They never really go deep in your mind. And if you want to ask yourself, one of the biggest questions is why? Why don't they go too deep in the mind? Because the mind is so powerful. The mind is everything. You are God's. You guys understand what I'm trying to tell you? You are God's. God created you in His image. That means you're godly. And what does that mean? You have powers, you have, energy, frequency, stuff that you guys don't know really, that can change your life like that, 100%. You guys gotta tap into it. You guys gotta be educated, but not educated. You guys just need to be hungry to go educate yourself and really to start having those right habits on a day-to-day, okay? And I'm gonna be here with MOB. I'm gonna be helping you guys essentially on a weekly basis. I'm going to create a video that's really going to attack one topic, okay? And really we're gonna go in deep, and really I'm gonna try also to create a playbook for you guys to be able to essentially use all this kind of information and really 10x your life, really 10x your idea, 10x your business, 10x your trading, whatever you want, guys.